is Muffin, our mascot of Strong Style Fitness. Rizzo, come here. I mean, have you seen a fluffier Muffin? Oh my gosh, come here. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, whoa, check her out. Oh my goodness, look at that face. Pretty amazing, right? I mean, how else do you want to start your workout? Right, Rizzo? Yeah. Okay. Good job. So there's your moment of zen before your workout starts today. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm so happy to be here. Man, my daily Monday through Friday life has just been chaos, and I gotta say there's definitely days that I am having trouble sort of arriving and being ready for these workouts, but once I get here, I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so glad that I did it, which is just the story of our lives, right? Like, it's just that kind of, not dread, but just that one more thing on our to-do list that we have to check off, that you're just like, oh, one more thing, okay, let's go do that. But you know what? Once we get there, once we arrive, and once we really, appreciate the opportunity that we have, it's totally worth it, and we feel so much better. And I know that after the workout, I'm going to feel so great and be so happy I did it. So I thank you. I'm sure a lot of you are experiencing the same thing on your way to your workout. So I'm glad that you joined me today and went through that process yourself as well. So today we are going to be revisiting our theme from Saturday, which was a body weight circuit workout. So Bodyweight has so many great uses. It definitely gets the bad rap of being the easy way to work out or a beginner way to work out, but it's really not the case, right? I know I talked about this a little bit, so I won't harp on it, but if you think about even just a petite adult, 105 pounds, well, if they're doing bodyweight workout, that means they're moving 105 pounds. That's no joke, right? So definitely not easy. And we can definitely take these bodyweight workouts and modify them from easy if we're a beginner, and that's where we need to be, all the way up to really difficult. So it's got a great range. It's a great option really for any time, but for those of us working at home without a bunch of equipment or traveling. I know we're not really traveling much now, but traveling, just great options all around. So I don't want bodyweight to get the bad rap. I wanted to spend 2 workouts in a row sort of focusing on it so we can learn more about it and what we can do with these incredible bodies that we've been given. So all you're gonna need, ooh, I've got this like itchy. All we're gonna need today is sturdy chair. So if you're here on Saturday or if you work out with me pretty often, you're aware of my sturdy chair speech. So just make sure it's something sturdy, like a heavy kitchen chair, something that's gonna support you. Not a kitchen chair, I'm sorry, not a camping chair or anything like that that's just gonna tip right over. So just a really sturdy chair that you can really put some body weight into. And then today you are most likely going to need a little bit of wall space. So just something clear enough for you to put some hands on. It doesn't have to be a huge space, just something clear. You can also sort of modify this exercise to a couple different ways. So we can do wall, even a countertop, something like that. So I'll show you when we get there, but just make sure you've got a flat, sturdy, stable surface that you can work off of. So we're going to be doing some, and your yoga mat and floor support, of course. Anything that's going to make you comfy in the floor. We do have some exercises in the floor. I tried to put them all sort of together. In fact, there's quite a bit of them. So we will be spending a good amount of time in the floor. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 of our 8 exercises maybe in the floor. So we're just going to rest and nap. Y'all are going to pick that. Relax. So that's all you're going to need. Sturdy chair, wall space, floor space, yoga mat. All you're going to need today. We're going to be doing a lot of new exercises today. We're going to revisit some old friends, but we're definitely throwing some new things in. So that's going to be kind of exciting and fun. Just remember though, in this circuit workout, it is a little hard that first round just because you're learning a new exercise. So first round can be a little fumbly as we learn the new movement. You're trying to listen to me, pick up what to do. So just keep moving. And like I said last time in every circuit class, once you have the hang of it, don't wait for me to stop talking to be your cue to work out. You're gonna hear the bells and whistles going off on my timer, so just follow them. If you wait for me to stop talking, like, okay, Tracy, let me get all of your instruction. Okay, now I'm gonna work out. As you know, I talk a lot, so you're gonna miss a big bit of your circuit if you wait for me to finish talking and instructing before you start working. So once you get the hang of what we're doing, once you know what we're doing, just move, move, move. Listen to those bells that'll be going off. You'll be perfect. So we are going to work like last time in all of our circuits. We do 1 minute on, 20 seconds off, 8 exercises. And we're gonna go through that 4 times. So 1 minute on, 20 seconds off, total of 8 exercises, 4 times through. And we take about a 2-minute break in between each cycle of 8, just to catch our breath, reset, get water, all of that stuff. So as always, modify if needed. I will show you some options, but of course, you've been working out with me a lot. You should know lots of options. But if you're working out with me live and you have questions, just leave a comment and I will check it at the end of the round and be sure to help you modify. And of course, no music, add music if you need it. You probably do. I still wish I had it, but I gotta tell you, I've gotten used to working out to the sound of my own voice. And as always, please, please, please share these workouts, share my page, share my YouTube page especially, and subscribe on YouTube. I'm really excited about the work that we're doing over there, and I really hope too, once I get through this crazy period at my day job, to spend a little more time working on my YouTube page. So definitely subscribe there. And as always, if you would like to donate any funds for these classes, it is the only way I get paid for these classes, so they're definitely appreciated if you have it. Venmo @StrongStyleFit. You should recognize my little logo and my fancy tattoo, and you'll know you found me. Or if you're not a Venmo person, of course, just let me know. We will figure something out. All right, so I'm going to show you the first exercise that we're going to do, and then we can grab our last water, get everything set up at where we need it. I'll check the video, and then we'll get started. So the first exercise we're going to do is a variation of something we've done before. So we're going to go sumo squat. So that is wide. Knees, toes pointing out. Not directly straight out, but out. Okay, almost there. We're going wide, wide, wide. We're going to tuck that tail under. What we always like to do is sort of stick our booties out behind us. So we're going to tuck our tail under, no duck butts, chest stays tall, and so this is our sumo squat, right? Now, it'll feel a little tight, I'm sure. This is your first major movement of the day. So if you're practicing with me, definitely feel free to kind of wiggle into it, see how it feels, warm it up. The twist on our sumo squat is we're going to hold it. Yeah, for a minute, we're going to hold it, and we are going to walk. Right? So that's what we're going to do for a minute. Sumo squat walks. This one, especially until you get warm, you might have a little bit of thud in your feet. It won't be the lightest step. We're not Godzilla conquering a small city, right? So we're pick it up, set it down, pick it up, set it down. Okay? All right, so grab your last drink of water. Well, not your last, but grab yourself a drink of water. Get yourself set up. Mentally prepare. I'm going to check the video, hit start. I've added a little 10-second delay, so I should be able to get back around here and meet you just in time for that bell to go off. All right, beautiful. So let's go ahead and get ourselves set up. I'm hitting start on that timer. We got 10 seconds. Get yourself set. Kind of wiggle into that low squat a little bit. There we go. So we got our walk. Now your pace can be whatever you want it to be. If you need to warm it up a little bit before you start walking, you know, if you're feeling kind of clunky, that's all right. You can take it slow. We do want to be controlled. So if you're finding yourself really wobbling back and forth, recenter, get low, and focus on that walk. Hold that core nice and tight. That's going to help you here. Perfect. And this is one, while it's gonna probably burn a little more as we go, it is gonna get a little bit easier, also a little more comfortable as far as our hips are gonna start to open up a little more. So where we're going from here, we're gonna go down to the floor. Perfect, we're gonna have our sturdy chair. I'm gonna go ahead and start coaching this because it's got a little bit of a setup. So we're gonna lay on our back with our heel up on the step. I'm gonna start with my right, actually no, I'll start with my left so you can see this side. So we've got our heel on the chair, one foot up, heel placed in the chair. We're gonna get ourselves nice and flat, and we're gonna push up and down. So it's a lying glute or hip thruster, however you want to think about it. So take your hips and you thrust them out and up. Boom. Perfect. So your leg, you want to keep that leg nice and stationary. You don't want to use that leg to jack yourself up, right? That's a little bit of cheating. So we're down, we thrust up. Just be mindful if you have any neck issues. Don't push yourself so far up that you roll onto your neck. You want to stay on those shoulders. You should be feeling fire all through those hamstring and glutes. Now, the bad news, we've got another side. So we're going to do the other side. So remember, just make sure you're not using that leg for momentum and that you're not rolling all the way up on your neck. You want to land on those shoulders, protect your neck. All right, so we've got our heel into our chair, leg up, and drive up. So think about hips, thrusting forward. If you ever do hip thrusters in a gym, similar movement. With your arms, it's really about where they're comfortable, where it might remind you to not roll up onto your neck. So I kind of play with it. Just see where it feels good. As long as you're not using your arms to push yourself up, a good reminder would be to flip your palms up maybe. That would keep you, if you feel like you're pushing into the floor. Woo, hamstrings, guys, booty. Whoa, Nelly. It's intense. Now from here, we're going to stay on the floor, so don't feel the need to hop up. Perfect. Woo! Legit. All right, so I'm going to scoot my chair off to the side just a little bit of noise, pardon the noise. So we are going to do a sideline tricep push-up. Crazy, I know. So we're going to lay on our side, stack our knees, hips and tail in line with one another. We're going to lay down this arm out below us. We're going to put this arm here, and we're going to push up. Push up. Right? Push up. So you want to make sure this arm isn't helping you. And push. 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 Now, if you can't push yourself all the way up, you can always just give yourself a little push here. A little push here. Just try to keep that neck relaxed. You might even be able, I was going to say, you might even be able to put little hands on it. All right, we got the other side. Shimmy around. Get ourselves set up. So again, heels in line with our tail. We're here. And we're going to be pushing up. All right? So with that hands here, roll that shoulder back. Push. Push. This is a new one for me too, so definitely experimenting. Try to think of some other ways you can maybe hold your hand. Just want to make sure that you're not pushing through this relaxed hand. Good, really get some good engagement through here. Let's say this is 1, 2, or you can definitely roll your shoulder a little forward. Just kind of experimenting with what feels good. Nice. All right, so this one is a little kooky, but it's fun. We're going to do a bicep curl with our leg. Right? I know, it's crazy. So, we're going to pick whichever leg you want to start with. We're going to sit nice and tall, shoulders back and down. We're going to clasp our hands underneath our leg. Really let that leg go dead, just dead. No help from your leg. You're going to relax it, squeeze it up. Relax it, squeeze it up. So you really have to focus on that engagement. Squeeze. Especially when you get to the top, give it one big squeeze. Right at the top. Squeeze. Crazy, right? It's so funny. So this is one, no, you're not going to replicate, doing a 20-pound bicep curl or anything like that. But I can see every muscle in my arm flexing and engaging. And the more you can let that leg kind of be dead in your hand, the better. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to do plank toe taps. So you have a couple options. You can full plank. Should be here. Full plank, toe tap out. You can low plank, toe tap out. You could modify to one knee, tap out, do say 10 on one side, switch to the other, or for your furthest modification, you can stand on the wall and do some toe taps or leg raises to the side. All right, so we're plank, energetic through those hands, pushing up. Keep that core locked in, pelvic floor engaged, shoulders pushing, not collapsing. Woo! You're keeping that core nice and engaged. You should feel those obliques, those muscles down the side of your belly. Beautiful. All right. Last exercise. This is one we've done a couple times recently, but I'm loving it. I think it's a great body weight exercise. It's a Spider-Man push-up. So you can use the wall. You can use your chair. You can use a countertop. So, Spider-Man push-up. We put our hands shoulder width. We're not coming out here. We're dropping them down. Now, for the next step, pull our leg up like we're Spider-Man climbing a wall. Okay? So, the further you get your feet out from the wall, the more challenging. Or you can come down to a chair for a pretty big challenge and do it here. So, you've got lots of options. Or countertop. My countertop is off screen, so I can't really show you. So one thing, you just want to make sure that you're not leaning that whole chest open. Your chest still comes straight down. All right, so that's our first round. I know some different, interesting stuff for sure, but great work. All right, guys, I'm going to step off camera for just a moment. Check my time. to check something on my timer here while we were working. But I didn't want you to think I was gone, so I'm still right here. All right, I'm going to step off one more time. Be sure to grab your water, get yourself set up. If you notice anything wasn't quite where you wanted it before, go ahead. You got a little bit of time. I'll check our time here. Ooh, you got about 15 seconds, all right? So go ahead and get yourself ready. I'll continue to mess with my timer later. We've got those sumo squat walks. Good, so settle it down low. Tuck that tail, chest up. We walk. Ooh, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze in that booty. Staying low, so we don't want to do this. Staying low. You can play with the pace a little bit, speed it up some, slow it down some. Ooh. Basically tricking ourselves into doing these little sumo squat pulses, right? Yep, that's legit. Hello, inner thighs. All right, we are under 10 seconds. Woo! Yes, all right. Down to the floor. I'm going to pull my chair into the frame just a little bit more. Make sure that you guys can see me okay. All right, so we're going to lay back. Got our shoulders nice and tucked under. We've got one heel on the seat. One leg extends. Hip thrust up. So imagine you've got hands on your booty. In fact, put hands on your booty if you want. And you're thrusting those hips up. Now, we're not pushing our hips up with our hands, but if it helps you to think about what you're doing, just kind of lightly rest them and imagine you're pushing them up. Woo! Again, we're making sure this leg stays steady. It should be traveling pretty much a straight up and down path. We're not using it to get momentum, to pick ourselves up. Man, oh man, almost there. All right, other side. Thank goodness, right? That leg was like, no mas. Woo. All right, gonna make sure we're reset. These hands can be wherever you feel comfortable. Just remember, we're not pushing up onto our neck. We're staying down on those shoulders. All right, here we go. Boom. So again, if it helps you, hands on your hips, on your booty, just imagine you're pushing them forward. Boom. Now, you're not actually pushing them forward. Woo. Sometimes it helps to use that breath. If you feel like your heel gets off center from where you want it, obviously just stop, readjust. Keeping that core nice and tight. Guys, keep going for me. It looks like my iPod just decided to reset itself. So, let's do about 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. So, my iPod has just decided, it looks like, to do an update, because why not, right? Let me see if I can stop it, but I don't think I can. All right. Awesome. All right, guys, pause for just one moment. I'm going to go grab another device, and I will be right back. technology. Sorry about that, guys. All right, we're gonna go with husband's phone for the win. All right, so bear with me here. It's gonna be a little manual till this little iPod decides to restart with us, but hopefully by the next round, it will do that. All right, guys, sorry about that. So we're gonna go to our sideline tricep push-ups. Since we have the time, while it's doing its thing, let's get this set up. It's gonna be on our side. We've got our hips in line with our booty, heels, everything, all one nice line. We're here. We've got our hand out in front, and we're gonna push up. So you can actually lift that arm if you have the strength of the tricep, or leave it flat for maybe a little bit of leverage. But if you can get that arm up, push it up and down. All right, so let's go. We've got 1 minute. Woo. Nice. Try to keep this shoulder relaxed away from that head. I know it's a lot to remember, so just do your best with it. It's a new exercise. But I can tell you, my arm is shaking as I push up and down. Halfway there. Woo. Good. When you get to that top, really give it a squeeze. Perfect. We've got 15 seconds. So close. Woo, 3 seconds. Boom, that's time. All right. Reset. What is a little manual tiring for a while? It's so funny, right, when these things happen. We're like, oh my gosh. And then it's like, what did people do in the past? You know, before we had smartphones and iPods and all of these things. I was literally in my kitchen going, where's the kitchen timer? Oh, it's attached to the stove, you know, like it's so funny. All right, guys, so let's get started in 3, 2, and 1. Other side, set that arm up. Make sure you're kind of tilted into that hand. Push up. Push. Pushing that floor away. Push it away. Squeeze at the top. Push. Good. So funny. I feel like this day, sometimes you ever think like, I've generated a poltergeist with all the crazy energy that's going on. I'm like, did I just explode my iPod? Push. Good. Really squeeze at the top. Squeeze. Perfect. We got 10 seconds. Almost there. 3, 2, 1 more. Boom. Nice. All right. We've got those bicep leg curls. Whew. Take our 20-second break. It's looking like maybe the iPod will be able to pick us back up here after we get done with this round. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. All right, keep catching your breath. We got just a little bit of time. So we're gonna do that bicep curl with our legs. So maybe pick your other leg this time. We set it back. Remember, we want this leg to just be dead weight. So we clasp our hands underneath. We sit back tall. Let that leg just kind of go limp. And that's gonna be our weight. Let's go. Squeeze at the top. So this is sort of a different hit on that bicep. Because normally we're curling from the front. So we're hitting our bicep in a totally different spot than we normally do with a curl. We're also getting those triceps engaged. Boom. Remember, try to tell that leg, don't help. It's going to want to try. Also keep those shoulders nice and low. almost there. Got just about 15 seconds. We got those plank toe taps and Spider-Man push-up. 5 seconds. 2, 1 more. 1. Beautiful. All right. Got our little break. It looks like my iPod might be waking back up. So let me just, thank you so much for updating. It had this little like, congratulations. Like, oh, you were so helpful for doing that. Thank you. Oh, too funny. Okay, so it looks like we're going to go ahead with this manual way for the rest of this round, and then we'll start with the next one. So we got those plank toe taps. Remember, you're either up high or you're down on your knees, doing some toe taps out to the side from your knee, or you're going to be full, or you can be low. Whichever place you want to be. All right, let's do it. So we'll start from head to toe. We've got a nice long neck. We're looking out ahead of us, not down at our toes. We have our fingers wide, pushing up energetically, like we're pushing the floor away. Shoulders are engaged, not dropped down. Belly flat. Lower belly, pelvic floor, up and in. Obliques, that side belly engaged. Good. Moving at whatever pace you need to move at. We've got just about 15 seconds. Woo, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right. Last exercise, we have the Spider-Man wall push-up. Woo. I'm sweating now. Maybe from the pressure of trying to fix that timer situation, but I am sweating. All right. Spider-Man wall push-ups. We got 1 minute. So remember, you can use the wall, countertop, chair, floor if you're a rock star, whatever you're feeling. Put those elbows, not tricep, not up here, kind of hit right in the middle. You should really feel that chest. Let's do it. So bring that knee up and out. And keep your gaze right between your hands. If you do like I did when I said knee up and out and I looked, you're going to turn your body. You want to keep that body flat. Just that knee comes up and out to the side. Woo. And about 15 seconds. Five seconds. 4, 3, 2. Let's do one more. Boom. Perfect. All right, guys. Whew. All right. Let's catch your breath. Catch your water. I'm going to run the phone back inside with the husband, and I'll be right back. Set your phone on the table. No, I just got the iPad working again. Woo! All right. Good job, guys. Again, thank you for bearing with me. This iPad is really old, and I think it's always been glitchy from the start. It's always done the weirdest things. And I would blame it on me and me being not the best with technology, but it's so funny. Like I've had it says it won't reboot unless or it won't restart or do your update unless you're plugged into power and on the Wi-Fi. And I'm pretty sure right now it is on none of those things. And it shut itself down and started updating. Like, okay, cool. right, guys, I'm gonna take another drink of water. I'm gonna come around and check the video, and then we will get started with round 3. And we do have the timer back unless something crazy happens, so you'll be able to operate by those bells and whistles and not my voice, okay? All right. So I'm going to start on our timer, starting around 3. We've got the sumo squat walks, all right? Okay, guys. We'll have 10 seconds to get it set up because it thinks we're starting from scratch. So get that sumo set up. We've got our legs nice and wide, toes and knees pointed out this direction. Tuck our tail, bring it low, hold it low, chest stays up, we walk. Good. So you can move at whatever pace you want here. You can speed it up a little if you want. Keep it a little more steady pace. Whatever feels good that keeps you challenged. Not that I think there's really any version here you can do that's not challenging. It's all pretty challenging down here. Good. Should be feeling those inner thighs, maybe those quads, maybe your booty. Everything's working here. Good. Try to keep those steps as light as possible. Not any big Godzilla thuds. Almost there. Awesome. All right. We've got those hip thrusts on the chair. Pull my little frame kitchen chair back into the frame. We're going to take it down to the ground. All right. Now lay it back. Perfect. One heel on the chair. Now, because we've done this twice, let me show you a modification. If this is too much, being up on the chair, you can just keep one foot on the ground and push yourself up as high as you can. Maybe it's just a little pulse. Maybe it's a thrust all the way up. But that's your other option, is to take it down to the floor if the chair is just a little too much for you. Still a fantastic exercise down on the floor. If single is too much, if you're modified to the floor and you're like, Tracy, that's still too much, then just do double leg. Do a bridge with both legs. And don't worry about single leg. And just do 2 rounds on double leg. Whew, I feel like my booty's creeping away a little bit. Perfect. So you want to have your legs at about a 90-degree angle. Like I felt towards the end there, that my booty had started creeping away. And then your exercise sort of shifts into where you're working. So you want to make sure you stay about 90, nice and close to that chair. Here, and we push. Again, if you need that cue, you put your hands on your booty and just imagine you're pushing it up. You can keep your hands flat. Just make sure that you're not using your hands for leverage. All the work is coming from here. Also, we're not swinging this leg to get leverage. Hips, drive up. Woo, it's legit, guys. 10 seconds. Woo, all through the back of this leg. On fire. Woo, it's hard as a rock back there. There's so much blood pumping in that area. All right. So we're going to do those lying tricep push-ups. Now, if that tricep push-up just isn't working for you, I know it's new, not a lot of time to learn. If it's just not working for you, feel free to go back to some tricep dips. You could do some actual tricep push-ups on the floor. Whatever works for you in the tricep. If this is just not hitting it for you, not quite clicking, don't have enough time to figure it out, then absolutely. Whew. Sometimes introducing a new exercise in the circuit is difficult. You know, you're kind of used to me coaching you through it, telling you everything you need to know. In a minute, we just don't have that luxury. I'm also noticing, as a lady that's a little heavier chested, it's a little hard to work around the girls. I'm going to keep working it. But I definitely feel like there's some obstacles in the way. All right, other side. Let's lay it down. Get everything on the back side in line. Hand comes forward. Shoulder kind of rolls back, but we move our body coming forward and push that floor away. Push that floor away. Not the day to wear the side ponytail either. Like I've made all sorts of mistakes today. Good job, guys. We're over halfway there. Sorry to keep adjusting around my sweaty ponytail. Definitely feeling good tricep work. There's just sort of a lot to work around. I'm gonna do some tweaking on this one, a little discovery. See how we can do that one better. So stay tuned for a revamped side tricep push-up coming to a workout near you. All right, guys, we're gonna get that bicep curl with our leg. So if you switch legs, we're going to be back over to our first leg that we started with. Roll those shoulders back. Lock underneath that leg. Let that leg just kind of go dead. And squeeze up. Squeeze. So like I said, I can see my forearms flexing. I can see my biceps. I can see my triceps. So while it's not, I mean, it might be, just depending on your fitness level, it may or may not be the most intense work, but there's a lot of engagement happening in that whole arm as you pull up. Remember, tell that leg, it's not helping. Be heavy leg. Give it a stern talking to. So make sure you're keeping those shoulders nice and low. Awesome. All right, we've got our plank toe tap. Remember, you have lots of variations here for your plank toe tap. We've got high plank, low plank, knees, wall, everywhere in between. So you've got lots and lots of options here. All right. I'm going to turn my side plank here. All right. So lock that core in, lock that plank down. Start to tap. So we're thinking about our stability here. We want to be moving with control, keeping our hips steady. We don't want to fall over every time we toe tap out. Now if you're pretty close, but you try to tap as wide as I am, and you're falling over, just bring your toe tap in a little bit. No worries. There's no rule about how wide you have to step out. Body is feeling it. Whew. I think that plank toe tap with the Spider-Man wall push-up follow. Whew. That's It's gonna get you. All right, guys. We've got Spider-Man wall push-up, or chair push-up, countertop push-up, floor push-up, wherever you want to be. Let's just get it set up. Shoulders back, shoulders strong. We drop, and we lift that knee up and out. Keeping that chest coming straight down to the wall. This is a great strength builder into that push-up. It's a nice bridge from a wall push-up to a knee push-up. Because this is plenty challenging, especially once you pick that foot up, you're dropping a lot of weight into those hands. So this is great practice. All right, guys, we got our last break, and we got one more round to go. Whew. I'm officially sweating now, for sure. Got the cat of nine tails side ponytail here. So make sure you're drinking your water, guys. Staying hydrated. So I think you're seeing some good work. As a reminder, that lying tricep push-up, I know that's probably new to a lot of you guys. It's actually new to me too. Something I want to experiment with. If it's just not working for you, you're not getting the work. You could do tricep dip on the chair. You could do tricep dip on the floor. You can do tricep push-up on your knees. If you have a weight handy, I know this is a body weight workout. If you have a weight handy and you want to grab it for this last round, go for it. But if it's just challenging, but it's working for you, keep with it. I'm just saying, if you're like, I can't quite get it, I've been trying for 3 rounds and I'm still not there, it's definitely okay. We're going to do a little extra work. We're going to bring it back to another workout and get it perfect. All right, I'm going to check the time, the camera. All right, it's about that time, friends. Let's get that sumo squat set. Tuck that tail, proud chest forward, lower it down, and we walk it out. Trying to stay low, low, low in that sumo and keep it wide. Don't let your sumo start creeping back in. Keep it nice and wide. Chest staying tall. Don't let that chest fall forward. A lot of that can be controlled by your gaze. If you're gazing forward, your chest can't start collapsing, right? You can't. I mean, maybe, but that's going to be real awkward. So if you gaze out, chances are your chest is going to stay up. If you start looking at the floor, that's when your chest starts coming down. Stay tall, stay proud. Look into that camera. Whew. Ooh, man. Yes, yes, yes. And then we throw this glute thrust on top of that. Which, yes, there was a method to my madness, and I did do that on purpose to really hammer those hamstrings from that glute. All right, so we're set up. We've got about a 90-degree bend here. Heel into that chair. Leg comes up. Thrust it up. Bring it down. Thrust it up. Bring it down. Again. You have that light touch on your booty. Imagine you're pushing it up. Woo! So intense. So isolating. Woo! And that hamstring. Woo! Woo! My hamstrings are telling me all about myself. 10 seconds. Woo. Woo. Goodness, goodness, goodness. take one exercise and just isolate, really dig into it, and then actually feel it respond. It's incredible. All right, we've got ourselves set up. Drive up. Woo! Sorry, I feel like my booty's hanging out, my shirt's coming up, everything's going everywhere. We're all friends though, right? It's good. Felt like I was creeping away a little bit. Ooh, almost there, we're under 10. Ooh, one more. Ooh, man, oh man. That is so intense. All right, I'm gonna scoot my chair away. All right, we've got the sideline tricep push-ups, or an alternative that we've already discussed if you want to try something different for this, okay? All right. Whew. I'm going to stick with it. Now I'm just going to keep experimenting. If it's working for you and feeling good, go with it. I'm going to experiment with some hand placement. Ooh, that felt pretty good. Keeping head in line with body. I feel like that's giving me a little more room. Like I said, it is still shaking. So, I might find tomorrow, when I wake up, that these triceps are actually working very hard. It's just a very new feeling. Even for me, I'm about 10 years into my fitness journey, and that's a new one for me. All right, other side. Let's get ourselves set up, that back half, all in line with one another. All right. So again, I'm just experimenting. Feel free to experiment too. I feel like this is definitely a workout where men might have a little more advantage just because they've got nothing protruding in this area. Good job, guys. One thing you definitely want to do is push that floor away. So more than thinking about I'm lifting myself up, pushing that floor away. That's going to give you a lot more power. All right, we've got those bicep curls with our own leg. So just remember, when we're curling, make sure you're not doing this, pulling that leg up, okay? Keeping that chest open, shoulders down, grip that leg, woo, let it go dead, and then we pull in. Trying to lift that leg, relax, not do any work. Yeah, this is a really fun one. So just feel forearms, biceps, triceps, even a little bit of chest, all working to lift that leg up. And the more you kind of resist, make that leg heavy. Give it a big pull at the top, a little extra squeeze. Whew. You can really make it work. I'm getting so sweaty, my hands are coming apart underneath my leg. 5 seconds. wall push-ups, and then we are done. All right. So, I challenge you, if you've been doing your plank toe taps on your knees, I challenge you to come up to full plank and try to do a few, just to see where you're at. Maybe you can only do a few. If that's all you can do, that's fine. Go back to your knee and work from your knee. Give it a shot. See what you can do with full plank. You never know until you try. And there's no reason for you not to try. There's no embarrassment. There's no judgment. There's nobody watching. It's just you. Remember, energetic, pushing up through those hands. Wide, wide, starfish fingers. Core, flat. Pelvic floor, engaged. Pulling up and in. Squeezing through those obliques. That side body. Pull those legs out. Awesome job. We've got one exercise left. Got our Spider-Man wall push-up, or countertop or chair, or floor, wherever you want to be. That's 1 minute of work, and we are all done. All right, guys. Give it your best shot. Make it your proud Spider-Man that you've got. Can you touch your nose to the wall? Boom. Give it a shot. You don't know till you try, right? Almost there, guys. One to grow on. Boom. Awesome work, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for bearing with me through scatterbrain, through an iPod with its own brain, through an exercise that still working the kinks out on. So thank you for allowing me to be experimental and trusting me to guide you through this awesome journey that is getting fit and getting healthy. I hope you enjoyed this body weight work, especially if you did Saturdays and today, just exploring all these new things that you can do with your body with no weight, no equipment, but hard work. Now I'm dripping, right? So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some takeaways that you can keep with you. Not just for those without equipment, but for everyone. Just looking to change things up. We get stuck in that rut of, oh, I need to lift this big weight, and I need to swing this big weight around. There's so much more out there. Don't get bored. Stay engaged. Stay interested in what you can do. And stay involved with me. It's also my job to help you stay engaged and interested and learn new things. So thank you so much. As always, I ask that you share these workouts, share and subscribe to my YouTube page. And if you wish to donate anything for these classes, it is the only way I get paid for these classes. You can Venmo me at StrongStyleFit, and I would be happy to accept your donation. That's my time telling me to be quiet. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in a few days for our next live workout. Mwah!